So our grace period is over for the pistol brace ban, and your opportunity to get your free SBR or destroy your brace is now over. And I think a lot of people are really curious of what are the next steps and what is going to happen now that this is now in effect, and the ATF can go about and enforce this rule, except to the people that are in the injunction. So if you're in the injunction, you shouldn't have any problems. You should have no worry. Will they still try? Possibly, but as long as you are a part of those 3 agencies, which if you guys are interested in that video, it's here. In theory, you should be fine, but it's the ATF and they change their minds more than my 2-year-old. So it's kind of hard to really say without a doubt what will actually happen. But the numbers are in, and now we get to see how many people actually registered their SBRs since this started, and the number is 255,162 people, which might seem like a lot of people, except if you contrast that with how many braces are actually out there. Now, the ATF and what the market shows are very different numbers. The ATF says anywhere from 3 to 7 million. The market shows 10 to 40 million. So if we kind of make a middle ground somewhere in like the 20 million, we'll take the 3 to 40, we'll meet in the middle around 20. That is quite a bit of a non-compliance for this ruling. Now, you might have heard this video already because some people have already posted videos on this, but I work a full-time job. I just got off 15 minutes ago. I ran in here really quickly, and I wanted to at least update you guys and give you an updated idea of what is happening, what is the next steps, and where we're at with things. So for my viewers out there that are looking for the updates here on my channel, hopefully these videos are helpful for any new viewers that are kind of just tuning in or trying to stay up to date. So that looks like a large mass compliance, but also involved in that mass compliance is probably a handful and probably a pretty large number of people that don't even know they're non-complying with this ruling that could potentially make them a felon, which is kind of crazy. So put yourself in this situation. So you are not a gun owner. You don't know a ton about firearms. You know, maybe your uncle or cousin or somebody you know has a firearm, but you're not really well versed into it. You and your significant other move into your new home, and you guys decide maybe it is time to get a firearm and to protect your family, just because maybe the way the world is going. So you go to the gun store, and for whatever reason, you pick up an AR pistol. Whether that be you were recommended that from a friend or somebody there at the gun store, or maybe you just got it because it looked cool, or maybe you decided I wanted something smaller for home defense because I think that makes more sense. So you pick this firearm a year and a half ago, and then you put it in your safe, and thank the Lord you never have to use it, and it stays there, and you feel safe and protected, and you're exercising your Second Amendment rights, which is cool. Now, fast forward a year and a half from now, June 1st, all of a sudden, this ruling comes out, but you don't follow those things because you're not big into firearms. You just have one because you want to protect your family if something ever happens. You have no clue that you could potentially become a felon if for some reason you get caught with this now illegal SBR. So that's the people that kind of blow me away, because a lot of you that are viewing this are at least up to date of kind of what's going on and trying to keep up to date with the wild changes that the ATF keeps making. But it's those people that I don't think a lot of people have thought about that really blows my mind, and to think that the ATF potentially could file charges against those people. Now, do I think the ATF is going to file charges on those people? Probably not. So what do I think is going to actually happen here? What I can see happening is the ATF will go after somebody that has some influence, somebody a little bit out there in the gun community that is known to have AR pistols with braces, that is not a part of those 3 groups that have the injunction involved. They're going to find somebody there, they are going to put the charges out on them, and they are going to make an example of them to potentially scare people into being like, hey, look what we just did to this person. Now you might want to comply. Is that going to happen? I don't know. I have absolutely no clue. Luckily, if you are a part of one of those groups, you don't really have to worry. You can have your braces and you should be fine until the next change happens, or a new injunction, or maybe the judge finds a ruling on this issue. But for right now, I could see something like that happen. So I feel like the ATF's probably not just going to lay down with us and be like, okay, we're just not going to do anything. You called our bluff. I would imagine they're probably working towards throwing some charges at somebody to, again, incite some kind of fear to make people then think, okay, maybe I should do this. And then you're gonna probably see a spike in your SBRs and your registrations, which at that point, if you register after the point, I wonder if then are they gonna start citing those people or what they're gonna do from there. So it really is just a toss up right now at this point. You really don't know what they're gonna do. And that's the scary part is you're playing with 10 years of your life. This isn't like, oh, it's just a citation, a fine, a misdemeanor, maybe I'll go to jail for a little while. This is a serious charge. This isn't something that you wanna play with. This isn't something that I really wanna go to prison away from my 3 babies and my wife for 10 years and not see them because of something that they originally said was legal, and the director clearly has no clue what the actual ruling is because he changed his mind and then they changed things again. So make sure you're well aware of the consequences of this, but at the same time, this is our freedom, this is our right, this is what we should stand for. This isn't something that we want to back down on because once they take this away, it's a snowball effect. It's not going to stop from there. It's going to continue and it's not going to stop. And like I've said before, and I will reiterate this, pray about this. Sit down and talk to your family. Discuss what you guys are going to do, what's best for you and your family. Do not take the advice from me or anybody else on what they're going to do because that's them and their family. That's between you, God, and your family, and you need to make that decision what's best for you guys. So I hope that these videos are helpful. I try to get these as quick as possible. I just want to give you guys the information as quick as I physically can and to give you guys my thoughts and viewpoints. Other than that, you might be asking about this rifle. I'll put a link here of this because this is such an eye-catching gun, such a cool gun. Is this legal? I have absolutely no clue. It should be. This is like the most legal gun out there. It's a rifle lever action. This is as non-scary as it gets, but it's super cool. So if you guys are interested in that video, check out that. I'm actually building a second one here with Henry and Mad Pig Customs, so stay tuned for that build. That's gonna be really cool. If you guys are looking out to help out the channel, there's a couple ways to do that. Down in the description are some discount codes from companies that I personally trust to help you save some money, and there's a link to my link tree from there. There's companies like Premier Body Armor, Brownells, PSA. Anything you purchase using those links does help give me some support, and I really appreciate that, especially with the new and upcoming videos. I've been posting a lot more. Instead of 1 time a week, I've been posting about 3 to 6 times a week, so it's been a lot more work. So I do appreciate the support. It helps me a ton. I love it that you guys are subscribing and following along. I've had a massive influx of subscribers, and I hope that this information is being well received and helpful. It's always the goal to be able to help you guys in any situation, whether that be buying new products or reviews or just with updates on laws and rules and consequences and things that are going on in this community. A couple companies that support me and the channel and things I do here are Brownells, Howitzer, and Hold Up Display. Brownells is the company that you can use code TA10, save 10% off orders $150 or more. I recommend you guys take advantage of that because you can save a ton of money and it works on pretty much everything on their website. Hold Up Display obviously speaks for themselves. These mounts are super cool. Again, I keep saying I'm going to do an updated video in this room, but I'm going to. I absolutely will for those of you that are asking, but it's just getting pushed back because there's a lot of videos I think that are more important right now. With these, they need to get out there and posted before I start showing you guys all this stuff. So those videos will come, but right now there's certain things that take precedence, and this is one of them. And then Howitzer is a clothing brand that donates 5% of proceeds to charity, and they collaborated with me and made my own t-shirt, which I'm super excited about, and you guys can pick one up in the description as well. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all, and hopefully this video was helpful.